morning. We will start a Fourier series multiple choice question, and I should have two teams, one for male and one for female. So once the question is appearing for the left hand side in your mobile or your calculator, one of the male will answer it, okay, and in the right side for the red color, one of the female will answer the question. You can answer it by using your voice, using your mic, sorry, and also chat it in the chat option. Let's go for the first one, please. What is this value? 1 plus minus 1 to the power n when n equal to 3. What?
0.
Why it is 0? Because n is odd, so the minus 1 is still minus 1, and you add to it plus 1, so you have 0.
1 minus 1 is 0.
Yes, 1 minus 1. Okay. Let's go for the other team. For the female, what is 1 plus minus 1 to the power n when n is 52?
2.
Excellent, because 52 is even, so minus 1 is with the even power will be 1, and you add it to 1, so it will be 2. Excellent. Let's go for the male again. What is 1 plus cosine 2n by when n equal to 1?
1.99, which is 2.
Yes, because 2 cosine 2 by is exactly like cosine 0, which is 1. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Excellent.
Yes.
Let's go for the female, please. What is the value of 1 plus cosine 2 by when n equal to 17?
2.
Why is 2? 17 multiplied by 2, you will have the same number of periods, right?
Yes.
Try to check it. Yes, excellent. The male section, what is the value of 1 plus cosine 2 by n when n is 52?
Again 2.
Yes, because 52 multiplied by 2 will be even
Even.
number, and your period is 2 by for cosine, so you still have 1 plus 1 equal to 2.
Yes.
The female section, please. What is the value of 1 plus cosine by n when n equal to 1? Female, please.
0.
Yes, because cosine by is minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. Get back to the male section, please. What is 1 plus cosine by n when n equal to 4? 2, because cosine 4 by is the same as cosine 2 by is the same as cosine 0, which is 1 plus 1 will be 2. Now, for the female section, you have the integration from minus 10 to the power 10 for this line, described by y equal to 4x. Do you have your calculator? So what is the value of this integration? The female, please. 0.
0.
Yes, using your calculator, you will have 0, right? Excellent. Go for the male section, please. What is the integration from 0 to 10 for the line y equal to 2x plus 5 from 0 to 10?
150.
Sorry?
150.
150.
150, 150.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Back to the female section, please. Describe the following step function in terms of f of x when x and x, sorry. So this is a stepwise function, right? How you can write this one as f of x? You can say the left-hand side part. F of x is 0 when x is less than 0. Can you write that? Can you say the right hand side?
When x is below 0, it is equal to 0.
Yes.
When it's more than 0, it will be equal to 50.
Roughly 50. Yes, you are right. Thank you. Now the male section, please. What is the integration for this wave from -10 to 10? Described by this function. When you're integrating from -10 to 10, can you do it in one go? Of course not. From
Yes. Now it will be 0.
it will be 0.
Yes.
So you use your calculator only to integrate from 0 to
10.
What's your function this? You have a constant function.
50.
50. Yes. So you're integrating the constant 50
From 0 to 10.
500.
500.
which will be
500.
500. Excellent. Thank you. Back again to female section. Describe the following step function over one period in terms of f of x and x. So you have to choose one period, right? So what's your period? From what to what? Female section, please. You have the scale from 0 to 10. How many units you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 units by 10 value. So each unit is only 2. So you can describe your period from what? Can you say from -5 to 5 or from -10 to 10?
10 to 10.
The female, please. You have to take one part. This is to the left. This is to the right, right? And it's repeated again. So you start from this. Half of the period is here and the other half is here. Okay? Or you take it from 0 to 5 and from 5 to 10 and you take the left hand side. So is your period from -5 to 5 or from -10 to 10? Let's see.
-5 to 5.
When x from 0 to 5, your function is 0. And when you have x between 5 and 10, you have 50, right? So this is your function, okay? And you can take, the period is exactly 10, okay? But your function is 0 in half of the period and it is 50 in the other half. Okay? Let's go for this one. What is the integral of f of x over one period? So you have to know the period. What is the period here?
It's 10.
You can say from -5 to 5, right?
Yes.
This is the period. What is the function? You cannot integrate from -5 to 5. You integrate from
-5 to 0.
0 if you take this one. Let's see this one.
0 to 5.
Yes, because he got the period from -10 to 10, right? So yes, you can integrate in one period. So you take it, instead of you take half to the left and half to the right, you take the total period in the right side, right? So he goes from 0 to 10. Because you can catch any period, right? You may have the period half to the left, half to the right, or you take the whole period on the right side, or you take the whole period on the left hand side. This is the point of having from 0 to 10. Okay. Let's go for the female, please. Also describe the following step function over one period in terms of f of x. First, you have to find the period, right? You have the scale for x from 0 to 10. And you have 5 units for this 10 value. Similar to the previous one, right?
It will be the same, but plus 20.
Yes, excellent. Yes. And the other one, 20 and 70, right? Because this is not the x-axis. This one is not x-axis. X-axis is down here, right? So your function is 20 in this period from 0 to 5. And it is 70 from 5 to 10. If I take the whole period in the right side. You can take from -5 to +5, right? Now the female, please. What is the integral of f of x over one period? Be careful. Your f of x is not 0 here.
It will be 20, but from 0 to...
This is the male section, please.
Oh.
Thank you.
Integration from 0 to 5 for 20.
Okay.
And from 5 to 10, it's
Yes. Plus 5 to 10 for 70.
Okay, so
70.
the total value will be what?
$390.
Let's see. Your mistake using your calculator is straightforward, and this is not even function, not odd function. This is what's going on, right? So you have the whole period in the right-hand side to be in the safe side from 0 to 10. So you integrate from 0 to 5. Your value for the function is 20. And from 5 to 10, it's 70. So the total value will be 450. So it is to be in the safe side, take the whole period in the right side or in the left side. Now for the female section. Fourier series, this is a formula when he used A naught over 2, right? Some boxes write it only A naught. And in the formula of A naught, he's not writing 2 over T. He's writing 1 over T. Yes, if this is a Fourier series, if we are to represent the function below as a Fourier series, what could you say about the value of A naught? What is the value of A naught? You have the formula for A naught. What is the formula for A naught? If you get the formula A naught over 2, so no need to write 1 over T. You write 2 over T. So 2 over the period. What is the period of this one? It is 10. So using the formula for A naught to find the value, please. What?
370.
Let's see. A naught is 2 over the total period from 0 to the period, right? If we use only the formula A naught only, no need for this 2, right? So this is from 0 to the period, so the total value will be 90, right? So please be very careful because your function is 20 and 70, right? And it is better to take the whole period in one side, in the right or in the left. So A naught is 90, right? Let's go for the male section. The same question, but different function. What is the value of A naught? I would like to hear somebody else out of Muhammad Ammar and Mus'ab. You have the formula and you have your pen and paper. Write it down. You have your calculator because you are looking for A naught, so no need for anything else unless you have your calculator, because you're integrating only your function straightforward. But you have to slice it into two pieces, because from 0 to 5, your function is 20. From 5 to 10, your function is 70. And because you have the formula A naught over 2 in this Fourier series, so you have to write 2 over the whole period. The whole period is 10. So you have 2 over 10. Integration from 0 to 5 for your function is 20, plus the integration from 5 to 10 for your function, which is 70. So what is A naught? Without thinking, as I said, if it is odd function, because it is symmetric with respect to the origin, so the odd function, all an is 0, so no need to find A naught or A1 or A2. Catch it?
Yes.
Now for the female section, please. I think now you can say something, because here Bn is not 0, right? Because this is odd function. So A naught and An are zeros, but B1 has a value. Can you evaluate B1, please, for the female section? What is the formula of B1? When you have a period equal to 10, Bn is equal to 2 over the total period from integration from minus half of the period to the positive half of the period for your function, multiplied by the same as the one stake to the Pn in your Fourier series, sine 2n by x over L. L is a half period because the period is t equal to 2L. So L is 5. So please substitute in the formula and finding only B1, and N here is 1 in the formula of Bn. If the male section had that, any one of the male section have the answer, please say it.
Doctor, the final answer, or should I say the equation?
No, the final answer, please. When you have 30 students in the lecture and you have only 3 respond, this is mean we fail to have the online learning. As I said, if you feel shy, you can chat your answer. Be careful, because maybe you will have online quiz later on. So be ready and you practice from now to have your quiz online. What's the value of B1? You can say the formula, Musab. What is the formula for this one?
L is 10 doctor.
Sorry?
L is 10.
Yes, L is 10. Yes. So B1 should be a negative, right? Okay. So please try to practice from now on, okay, to have your quiz online. So you have no time. Okay, let's go for this one.
دكتور كيف ال 10 مش لازم 5
The period is 10. He's asking me what is the period for this one. I said 10.
لا دكتور كان يسأل عن ال
L doctor.
L is half period. Sorry, I hear it wrong. Yes. If it is L, this is a half period. It is 5. Yes, okay. He didn't ask you about the value. He's asking you about what did you say. So it is negative, right? Why it is negative? Because you start with the lower one, which is small, minus the upper one. But you have to know how to find B1. Let's go for the female, please. You have this one, this function, which is periodic. The period is 2 pi. From 0 to pi has the line y equal to x. How I know that the function is y equal to x? Because I know when x equal to pi, y equal to pi, which is fair enough to say this line is described by y equal to x. Okay? So you have your function defined from 0 to pi by this line. No need to think about y minus y1 over x minus x1 equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Straightforward. When you see x equal to the y, so your line will be y equal to x. So from 0 to pi, your function is what?
y equal x
X. And from pi to 2 pi,
equal to 0.
excellent. Use the equation to find A naught, please. The female. A naught is just the integration of your function, right? So what's your function? It is x. So A naught is 1 over t.
From 0 to pi x and from
Yes.
pi to 2 pi it will be
Yes. Yes. So what is the value of A naught?
wait doctor.
Okay.
$4.9.
Okay, we will see. For the main section, what is the coefficient AN? Also for the female, what's the coefficient of BN? It will be odd function or or even function. This function will be odd or even.
Because Bn is 0.
No. You have to know it is odd or even first and say Bn is 0 or An is 0. So my question is, this function is odd or even? He give you the right side. Can you imagine the left-hand side? It will be the same because from 0 to minus pi, y will be what? X. Okay?
It will be even.
It will be even or odd?
Even.
We will see.
odd
This is described as you said. This is your function from 0 to pi is x, from pi to 2 pi is 0 as you said, and the period is 2 pi. This is A naught 2 over the half the period from 0 to L. So he's using the Fourier series by A naught over 2. This is why he bought 2, right? So A naught is pi over 2. Let's go for AN. This is the AN formula. He substitutes. So he got from pi to 2 pi, your function is 0. So he need to integrate from 0 to pi. Using the integration by parts, he find AN. So AN end up with this one. As I told you, using your calculator, you can find this integration without thinking about the integration by parts to find A1 and A2 and A3 and A4 and A5, which is more than enough. Okay? What is the BN? Here is the BN, right? This is a coefficient of it. Okay? So also using your calculator, you can find B1 as we used to do, and B2 and B3 and B4 and B5, which is more than enough. So this one, you cannot consider it even or odd because you don't know the other half of this side, right? You can complete it to be even and you can complete it to be odd, but he doesn't give you the other half to say even or odd. So it will be exactly like this triangle, right? After 1 pi, you repeat this triangle, right? So when you go for the other side, you go to the other side, you will have zeros and you have the same triangle in this one, right? So it will not be even or odd. Can you imagine this graph? You have a triangle, right triangle from 0 to pi. And then you have 0 from pi to 2 pi. If you go to the other side and you repeat this one in the other side, you will have the same 0 and then the triangle. So it will not be even or odd. This is why you have AN and BN. Now we will start different part of the question. What is the Fourier series? You have 4 answers. Let me know what is the best or the right answer for what is the Fourier series. Please read the 4 answers very well. They are very close to each other. The first one, the representation of periodic signals in mathematical manner is called a Fourier series. The representation of non-periodic. So I will have to exclude this one because it is non-periodic, right? And I have to have periodic, right? So I exclude number B and number C. So I'm between the choice of A and D. The representation of periodic signals in terms of complex, exponential, or sinusoid is called the Fourier series. So A or D?
A.
Okay, but in A, he doesn't say it is sinusoid or complex exponential because you have real Fourier series and complex Fourier series, right?
Yes, it's D, doctor.
In the real, you have sine and cosine, which is called sinusoid, right? And in the complex, you have exponential. So the right answer will be what? D.
D.
Because in A, he didn't mention you have sine and cosine or you have exponential complex. Let's go for the second one, please. Who discovered Fourier series? This is general knowledge, it's not related to the mathematics. B. Okay. Now, Fourier series representation can be used in case of non-periodic signal too. True or false?
False.
Yes, because as I said,
Only periodic.
yes, only periodic signals. Now, what are the conditions called which are required for signals to fulfill to be represented as a Fourier series? As I said in the lecture, there is another one, there is another guy. After Fourier series, he said, not every periodic function. Yes, is it Dirichlet? Yes, you are right. Choose the condition from below that is not a part of Dirichlet conditions. Continuous and has a finite of discontinuous.
DC, I think.
It has finite average value over the period T. It has a finite number of positive and negative maxima. It is a periodic signal. Which one? Remember the question, choose the condition from below that is not a part of the Dirichlet condition. So it will be what? Periodic, right? Because the periodic is the essential one for Fourier, but not for Dirichlet, because Dirichlet coming after Fourier. Okay, so it is this one. Now, what are the two types of Fourier series? I just mentioned it minutes ago. What? A.
And exponential.
Transgeometric and exponential. Transgeometric because it has the real one has a sine and cosine, and exponential because the complex one has e to the minus alpha x or nx, right? Yes, it is A. Now, how is transgeometric Fourier series represented? The formula of Fourier series: A or B or C or D? Yes, because B missing A naught, right? C is multiplying A naught by the other parts and supposed to be added. Number D, he added something out of the sum, which is sine omega t, which is wrong. So the right answer, the right formula for Fourier series is A. How is the exponential Fourier series represented? What is the formula for Fourier complex Fourier series? A or B or C or D?
C.
C, because A is wrong because he added something to which is not in the formula. The second one is wrong because he multiplied by 1 over the period. And C is the right answer. D is wrong because he multiplied T by this one. So the right answer is C, and the right complex Fourier series formula is C. Fourier series uses which domain representation of signals? Time domain representation, frequency domain representation, or both combined? Either depends on the situation. All the time we're using Fourier series, and our independent variable is what?
Time.
Time down.
Sorry to say, the frequency. Okay. Now, how does Fourier series make it easier to represent periodic signals? As I said, you will have a sharp wave and you make it harmonic one, right? The right answer is A. Now, which of the following is an even function of t?
T. A.
A, because you have t squared. B is wrong because you still have t in the other term. C is wrong because sine is odd and also t is odd. When you add two odd function, you will still have odd function. But when you multiply it or divide it to odd function, you will have even function. Number D is odd, is not odd, is not even because you have a constant. A periodic function is given by a function which what? What is the main definition for the periodic function? As a period t equal to pi, satisfy f of t plus the period equal to the f of t, satisfy f of t plus t equal to minus f of t as a period t equal to pi. What is the right answer?
A.
No. The B is the right answer because your function t plus t equal to f of t. I'm just correcting this answer. So this one should be frequency or time. This one. We will see it next time because we will talk about the how to use the frequency later on in the Fourier integral. So we know the main definition of the periodic function is f of t plus the period equal to the f of t. This is wrong because you have negative here, right? Now you have this function which is exactly like parabola, this half of the parabola in the right hand side, okay? And in the other side, from 2 to 6, you have a line, okay? So what is the coefficient A naught of the continuous Fourier series given for the above given function f of t? So please, you have your calculator, you find A naught. You have the formula of A naught. This is why I'm asking you to have a pen and piece of paper and your calculator. So you will integrate your function from 0 to 2, and your function is t squared, and you integrate from 2 to 6 for minus t plus 6. And outside is 1 over your period. What is the period here? The period is the start value of your independent variable t, and the end value is 6. So you start from 0 to 6. So the period will be 6, right? You have the formula for A naught. So what is the right value of these ones?
D. D. D.
We will see. It is B. Yes. So you integrate your function, which is t squared from 0 to 2, plus the integration of your function, which is minus t plus 6 from 2 to 6. Because he said, given the following periodic function. So this is a t, which is a period, and also he write for you t equal to 6. So this is not the half period, right? He told you this is the total period. So the right answer is B. Now, you are given the function t from 0 to 2, and it is 4 from 2 to 6. So the period, the total period, he told you it is 6. Find the coefficient B1. You have the formula for Bn. Put n equal to 1 and use your calculator to integrate to integration from 0 to 2 for 2 to 2t plus the integration from 2 to 6 for your function 4. And outside multiply by what? 2 over the period. So 2 over 6. So what is the value of this one? Which one is the right answer? Minus 75.68 minus 7.56 minus 6.8968 or minus 0.7468. Okay. Have you got it? Please try to practice using your calculator as much as you can, because you may have the quiz
D.
in this way. What?
D.
D, right? Yes.
Yes.
D. It is right. Because I calculated. When I gave it to you, I calculated. Let's go for this question, which is the same. But this time he's asking you to find A1. For the same function, I found B1. And for the same function, I'm looking for A1. You have the coefficient an, so both n equal to 1 and use your calculator. So you are going to integrate from 2t or 2t from 0 to 2, and for your 4 from 2 to 6. And outside you have what? You have 2 over the total period, which is 6. And he mentioned
C.
C?
C. Yes.
Yes, it is correct. Now, go for the complex Fourier integration. You have the coefficient Cn. He called it Ck in this case. You have the formula for Cn, and he's looking for C1. So what is the value of C1? Remember here, you have to go back to the complex Fourier series coefficient Cn and put n equal to 1. As I said, if you feel shy to speak, please shout it to me. Any answer I accept it. At least you tried.
It's B.
B? Let's go for B. No, it is C, sorry. How you got this one, Muhammad?
I don't put the sign, doctor.
Yes, so you have a mistake in this one. Okay, that's good. So at least you know, you try and you know your mistake, so next time you will be correct. Let's go for this one. Oops. I got the answer this one anyway. Which of Fourier series have the following series? Yeah, in the real one, you have A0 and AN and BN. Okay. The Fourier series coefficient of a signal are carried from minus half of the period to the half of period. Yes, it is true. Okay. Now, Fourier series is not true in case of discrete time signal. You have any idea about this time signal one?
Yes.
Yeah, because he needed this continuous
period.
signal, not discrete. Thank you very much. I wish you have a good time and enjoy this type of question. And please, from 2 to 3, be ready with your pen and your calculator and piece of paper. Thank you very much. See you at 2. Please chat your name and your ID before you leave.
Good luck, doctor.